Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. When the basics are clear, we are told the two aspects of our personality, what we are not and what we are essentially. And for that we do not need any means of knowledge. We don't require somebody to come and authenticate, yes, you are realized. No. This is one of the questions people ask. Swamiji, how do we know whether I am realized or not? Because some people tell that you are realized. Then I ask a counter question. I take food and then I ask you, hey, excuse me, will you please tell me whether my stomach is full or not? No. So how do we know whether we are established in the truth or not? For that there is only one answer. It's very simple. When you are left with no question, questionless experience is abidance in God. No question. So do we have a question about our presence? No. Do we go and ask anybody, hey, excuse me, please tell me whether I am present or not? No. Over. Atmabodha. This experience doesn't require any means of knowledge, nor an experiencer is born. Up to here we have seen. Now in the 29th verse, the teacher says, Nishidhya nikalopadhin neti neti iti vakyataham vidyadaikyam mahavakyahi jivatma paramatmanoho. Verse number 29. Now be attentive. The two steps which we told you number of times. Whole spirituality means only two things. Number one, freedom from body identification. Number two, giving up the notion that I am a soul, I am an individuality. And the second one is achieved through the study of Mahavakya Upadesh. Now what is the Mahavakya? Mahavakya is a statement which establishes the identity between the individuality and the totality. See? Like a wave is an individuality, ocean is the totality. So the wave cannot exist without ocean, but the ocean can exist without the wave. Therefore, ocean is the reality. So, wave and ocean are established as one. So when the wave accepts herself as the ocean, there won't be fighting, shouting. Not only that, the waveness will disappear. Then we go further. Oneness between the ocean and the water. The ocean cannot exist without the water, but the water can exist without becoming an ocean. Therefore, water is the reality and not the ocean. This line of understanding. Therefore, colors and forms are the objects and vision is the subject. The vision can exist whether there are colors and forms or not. It will continue to be. But the colors and forms cannot be established without the vision. Therefore, vision is the reality. Then, sense organs and mind. The sense organs are not functional if there is no mind behind them. But the mind can be without the operation of the sense organs. Go one step further. Similarly, the consciousness expresses as mind. So without consciousness, mind cannot be. But if the mind is enfolded as in deep sleep, consciousness continues to be. Therefore, the consciousness itself has become as if the mind has itself become the sense organ, and the sense organs have become the sense objects. Therefore, there is one reality and not many. This is called as Tattvamasi Mahavakya Upadesh, the identity between the cause and the effect. So, Vidya Nishiddhya Nikhilopadhin. So, all the conditionings are rejected. Conditioning of the waves are name and form, growth, tragedy, fighting. That is the Upadhi. So, remove that Upadhi, then the wave is nothing but the ocean. Then remove the conditioning of the ocean, the totality, then what remains is the water. In this manner, we discard one by one conditioning. First conditioning is discarded the worldly things and beings and possessions and relations. Then we come to the objects. Then we reject the objects, we come to the sense organs. We reject the sense organs, we come to the mind. We reject the mind and we come to that which cannot be rejected. In this manner, one by one we start discarding. And this all can be done. Very simple technique I am telling you, try. The simple technique is control the mind. And control of the mind is only two things. Before we talk to somebody, ask a question, is it necessary to talk? And second thing, don't talk to yourself. This has to be done consciously. But we are unable to do that. You must have seen, when a group of people come, they will start. The same news is read or heard by everybody. And the same thing is again pishta patient there. There is no need. But that has become our second nature. And therefore, Nishiddhya Nikhilopadhin, all the conditionings are rejected. Then, after that is done, then the question comes, then who am I? Then here, the Tattvamasi Mahavakya Upadesh comes into way. Now what is that? Avidyakam shariradi drushyam buddhabudvat ksharam etad vilaksharam vidyat aham brahmeti nirmalam. So, right from the causal body up to the worldly objects, everything is drishyam, object, objective, and it is ksharam, destructible, like the bubble. See, bubbles appear, but they don't exist. They just disappear in no time. In the same manner, all the colors and form exist because of the vision. Vision exists because of the mind. And thus, rejecting all that is subject to change, that is rejected, and then etad vilakshanam, the one which is of the opposite nature, vilakshanam, vidyat aham brahmeti nirmalam, that immaculate what remains is me. See, about this one bombardment I'll tell you. There was a great master in Lucknow. He was born in 1906. He is no more, recently he died. Or maybe 1960. And right in his childhood, he had the experience of God when he was hardly 7 or 8 years. After that, he didn't have. So all his life he was struggling and devoted to Bhagavan Krishna. And because of that practice, he used to, like I am talking to you, seeing you, he was able to see and talk to Bhagavan Sri Krishna. That was his routine. And yet he was not satisfied with that. So he happened to go to Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi. And after having gone there, he stayed there for 3 days. And one day, Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi asked him, "How are you?" So that was enough for him to open his mouth, because Ramana Maharshi will never talk. You go and sit and go, never mind. Oh, you have come? Please come. No. You are going? No. Sit for some time. No. And thereafter, he said, "Sir, I can see and talk to Bhagavan Krishna very clearly. Is this God realization?" And Bhagavan Maharshi gave one thumb rule. That rule is helping me. His rule is, anything which comes and goes is a figment of mind. Anything. Whether you see a person or you see God, it comes and goes. That which has never come and that which has never gone is the truth. And then that great master said, "I have gone to so many places, but the silence which I have experienced with Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi, that silence is not the absence of words or sound." See the difference? What is the silence we know? Absence of noise is silence for us, is it not? But he said, the silence that I experienced, it was not opposed to the sounds. We all know only this thing. Silence is opposed to the sound, sound is opposed to the silence. They cannot exist together. But the real silence is that which is not disturbed by the sounds and which is not enhanced by the silence. And this silence never dies, is eternally the same. See? So, etat vilakshanam vidyat. So, other than all the conditioning, the panchakoshas, vilakshana means of opposite nature. Viruddha lakshanam vilakshana. Only one thing I'll tell you, rest is homework. Body. Other than the body, unlike the body. So, now start working. Not only words. Unlike the body, other than the body means what? So first of all, find out what is body. Body has got a shape and a form. Very good. Other than the body means what? No shape, no form. So, now play. What must be the experience when shape and form is deleted? See, your mind becomes stunned. No data. Then, is there anything with which we can simulate? Yes. Space is without shape and without form. So we play space. Not that I am the space, but what must be the experience of the space? Then we will discover Space supports everything, but doesn't get disturbed by anything. And space is not opposed to anything. All the shapes are supported by the space, but none of them influence the space. This is called as practice of Tattvamasi Mahavakya Udesh. Not only words, words, words. So, etad vilakshanam vidyat. The body has the beginning, modification and end. Other than the body means without beginning, without modification, without end. Now evaluate your own experience. Do we have the experience of birth, growth and death? No. That is the truth. Etad vilakshanam vidyat. This is Brahmeti nirmalam. This is the Brahman. This is the reality. Shapes and forms are many. Formless, shapeless is one. Shapes are subject to change. The shapeless, formless is not subject to change. One shape is opposed to other shape. Round is not square. But the shapeless, formless is not opposed to anything. This conviction has to come. We are all living our own convictions. Today we are convinced that I am a Gujarati, I am a Bengali, I am a Tamilian. Convinced. Then I am a man, I am a woman. Then I am young, I am old. So convinced about it. And that is what we live. To the same extent, when the conviction is Aham Brahmeti Nirmalam, then the life is totally different. Dehatvanname janma jara kasalayadayaha shabdadi vishayi sangom nirindritayana cha. So here the practice is given. I being other than the body, therefore for me there is no birth, no old age, no disease, no death. See friends, it is such a surprise. The Dharma Shastra, the Yoga Shastra, the Bhakti Shastra, everything tells about last life, this life, next life. So, the one who was in the last life is in the present life and will be in the next life. So where did he die? See? And yet you will see, these people are extremely afraid of death. So what satsang they have done? Because what is the law of karma tells you? That all the joy and sorrow that you have in this life, they are because of your mischief in the last life. So you were there before this body was born. And whatever good and bad you are doing in this life, you will have to account it for the next life. Therefore, your existence is independent and beyond the limitations of the present body. And therefore, the thought of death even should not enter our mind. After having studied Vedanta, you lose your right to die, even if you are an Australian. For the first time, when I came across an Australian, I asked him, he came to meet me. I said, hey, when did you come to die? I said, I didn't ask the purpose. No, to die. In Australian way of pronunciation, today they call it to die. So we have no freedom to die. Because body is born, body grows, body dies. Not me, not me, not. So, dehatvan, dehanyatvat name janma, jara karchalaya shabdadi vishayi sangaha nirindritaya nacha. Similarly, I being other than the sense organs have no sway on me. See, these are the things you have to just rectify, just assert it. When the colors and forms are not there, there is no harm to the eyes. When sense organs are closed, there is no loss to the mind. When the mind is enfolded in deep sleep, there is no loss to the consciousness. Because the sense organs are no more a burden on me, the sense objects cannot touch me. See? And this is what is the practice of yoga. See? Pratyahara means what? In Pratyahara, objects may be all around, but we have a total freedom to withdraw from the objects and be with yourself. Amanastvan dukkha ragadvesha bhayadaya aprano yamana shubhra ityadi shruti shasana. Similarly, amanastvat, being no mind, I am beyond the mind, and therefore I do not have likes and dislikes, joy and sorrows. This point also I told you, all experiences happen only in the mind, not in the body. See? And therefore, the joy, sorrows, then likes and dislikes, they don't pertain to me. Relax, therefore, get out of the mind. Because this is also established in the Mundokopanishad, aprano yamana shubhraha ityadi shruti shasanat. Mundokopanishad tells that the truth is beyond the conditioning of the prana, mind, etc. And what is this reality? Etasmat jayade prano manas sarvendriyani cha kham vayurjyotirapaha prithvi vishvasya dharini. From this reality alone, everything is born. Now be very attentive, it's a very subtle thought. Don't take it only mechanical translation. See? You have seen this stand, it is telescopic. When a telescopic antenna is expanded, it expands in a particular sequence. And when it is collapsed, it collapses exactly in the opposite sequence. Unlike the thread doesn't open in a particular sequence and it doesn't close in a particular sequence. It becomes entangled. This is what happens with most of the seekers. What is required is to know this. See, first of all, our antenna is opened up. Now we have to close the antenna. So, expanded at the end is objects. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. When you press it, it should come to sense organs. When you press the sense organs, it should come to the mind. When you press the mind should disappear in the consciousness. Then again, from the absolute reality, the first expression is the mind. Mind expresses as sense organs express as the sense objects. This is incessantly going on. World withdrawn, sense organs withdrawn, mind withdrawn, dissolve in consciousness. When it is not known, it is called as a deep sleep. When it is known, it is called as samadhi. Is there a difference? Deep sleep and samadhi are the same. In case of deep sleep, we are not aware of this. In case of samadhi, we know this. But there are also two types of samadhis. The yoga's jada samadhi, if you take, then it is like the deep sleep only. because there no perceptions happen. And therefore, like the deep sleep, no perception. But in case of the samadhi indicated by Vedanta, everything is happening, every experience is happening, but nothing is influencing. Then alone the Jivan Mukta Purushas are possible. Jivan Mukta Purushas are living 24/7 in meditation. See, friends. So they experience the world, but they are no more influenced by the world. You must have heard in the lives of many masters, suppose they were to be operated. They don't say that, okay, give the anesthesia. No need, you just do it. You say, no, but it will pain. No, it will not pain. They are able to withdraw from any experience at free will. So they are not afraid of the experiences because they are not influenced by the experiences. So when the miseries come, they do experience the misery, but they do not become miserable. Like the space is not afraid of any shape or the form. Supports every shape, every form. But a space is not influenced by any shape or any form. In this manner, one has to understand, etasma jayate pranaha, Paramatma expresses in the body as life, and life manifests as mind. Then the mind expresses as the sense organs. Sense organs, when grossified, they are called as the worldly objects. Colors and forms are gross, vision is subtle. Therefore, colors and forms are specific, vision is common. For the red color, there is no red vision. For the black color, there is no black vision. Same. See. Therefore, specificity is gross, non-specific is subtle. Gross is the effect, subtle is the cause. Symptoms are gross, disease is subtle. Now apply this principle. So, the colors and forms cannot be established without the vision, but the vision is independent of the colors and forms. The same thing go further. Sense organs are gross, mind is subtle. Because eyes are limited to colors and forms, ears are limited to the sounds, but the mind is common. Mind illuminates all the Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. Then mind is gross, consciousness is subtle. Mind can experience only objectively. Consciousness doesn't involve objectivity. This journey, consciously practiced, is called as the real meaning of meditation. So, kham vayu jyotiraapaha prithvi vishwasya dharani. Nirguno, and therefore who am I? Nirguno, nishkriyo, nityo, nirvikalpo, niranjanaha, nirvikaro, nirakaro, nityamyuktosmi nirmalaha. See? Now each and every word itself is a great contemplative exercise. First of all, nirgunaha. Only one will take, rest is homework for you. Nirgunaha. Guna is attributes. More the attributes, grosser is the thing. Earth has got 5 attributes, Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. Water has got only 4 attributes, Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa. Water does not have smell. Then we come to the fire. Fire is Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa. There is no Rasa, there is no taste in the fire. That is why this technique is utilized by the Udupi hotels. They will give you so hot rice and rasam that when you eat it, how it is, it is very hot. There is no taste. Hot is not a taste. See, friends. So the fire is subtler than the water, then the air. Air has got only two qualities, Shabda, Sparsha. There is no Rupa, there is no form. Come to the space, only Shabda. No touch, no Sparsha, you cannot touch the space. So, in that order, the earlier is subtler than the later. So, the earth is gross, water is subtle. The water is gross, fire is subtle. The fire is gross, air is subtle. The air is gross, space is subtle. Now comes the real trick. We can ask a question, where is the earth? Where is the water? We can ask the question. Can we ask a question, where is the space? This question is redundant. One student in Upanishad, it comes. The student asked this question to the Guru. Sir, where is the space? He said, forget about space, you tell me, where are you? I am in your kutia. Very good, you are very intelligent. Where is the kutia? Kutia is in the ashram. Where is the ashram? Ashram is in Coimbatore. Very good. Where is Coimbatore? In Tamil Nadu. Wonderful. Where is Tamil Nadu? In India. India in the earth. Earth in the waters. Waters in the fire. Fire in the air. Air in the space. Where is the space? Now you tell me. Space, where is the space? Space is in your mind. When the mind is closed, as in deep sleep, where are you? This is the reason I always keep the light on when I sleep. Because every 2 days, 3 days, my place of stay changes. See, last night by mistake I switched off the light. And morning I got up, I didn't understand where I am. Where the lights are on and I had to go there like that. And there is no concept where I am, what for I am. See? That time the natures come to your help. When you get a nature's call, you get up naturally and go to the bathroom. And when, oh God, it is late. See, so when the mind is enfolded, you are nowhere. So what is the space? Space is a projection of the mind. See? So if there is no mind, no space. Now the last point. Now what is the mind? Mind is the manifestation of consciousness in a living body. See, in this manner, when we become contemplative, we come to know that as we come nearer to ourselves, we start discarding, dropping away all the specialities in us. Gross space is most special, all the qualities. Water, less space. In this manner, when you start migrating towards your own self, you come to know that the one consciousness alone is supporting everything. Let it be human being, let it be animal. When the consciousness is supporting the human being, it doesn't become holy. And when the same consciousness is supporting a pig, it doesn't become unholy. That is our essential nature. Nirgunaha. Therefore, yesterday I told you, spirituality is not becoming extraordinary. The more extraordinary we are, more specific we are. Therefore, let us not get lost in these specificities. Nishkriyaha, no activity. See, all activities are happening in the space, but space doesn't have any activity. All activities are happening in the mind, but consciousness has no activity. See? Therefore, when you are sitting, do this bhavana, what it is like being space. Then we come to know space supports everything but doesn't get influenced by anything. Now, is it not our experience? We support waking, dream, deep sleep and samadhi, but we are the same. Nishkriyaha. This practice one has to adopt by oneself. Aham akashavat sarvam bahirantar gatochyutaha sada sarva samasiddhaha nisango nirmalo chalaha. I am like the space. See? Akashavat sarvam bahir antar gataha. Now this is another very subtle point. Till such time the concept of in and out is valid. Till then only there is a samsara. What is a samsara? I am inside the body, you are outside the body. That's it. In the deep sleep, because there is no identification with the body, the concept that I am inside the body and the world is outside the body is null and void. Therefore, in deep sleep, we are inside the body or outside the body. We are inside the room or outside the room. We are in India or outside India. We are in 2016 or 1947. We are man or woman. We are heavy or light. Everything disappears. Because when you take this position, what it is being like space. In Yoga Vasishta, this particular thought comes. There is one of my books, I don't know whether it is there or not, and we named that book as Akasha Yoga. Very thin, small book. The first step is play what it is like being space. The result will be worldly objects will have zero influence on us. Like worldly things do not touch the space. Number one. Then after we conquer this gross space, then we go to the mind space. Like in the gross space, gross objects are the contents. Similarly, in the mind space, thoughts are the contents. So when we are playing mind space, then no thought will ever bother you. Thoughts will come and go, but will not bother you. This is what is meant by when we are not identified with our gross body, we will not be identified with the gross world. Problem is not about the gross world. Problem is not about the gross body. Problem is about the identification with the gross body. See, when you are identified with the finite, a samsari is born. And then we suffer. See, one day I was having some problem and suddenly it happened. So I gave my watch to somebody. I said, hey, you take this watch, give me 100 rupees, I am in a mess. So he gave me 100 rupees. The watch was free to me, so it doesn't matter. So when it was given to him, other people knew, oh, it was my watch, how he has taken, Swamiji must have given him, but I have sold it actually. And it so happened that watch fell from his hand and something stepped on that and the watch broke. So my friend came and told me, Swamiji, your watch, you gave it to him? I said, yes. He has destroyed it. It fell and somebody died. Never mind, it happens. Why? Because I already had money. I don't have to worry. If it was my watch, I am identified with the watch, then how angry will I become? So watch is not the problem. Identification with that as mine is the problem. Exactly the same way. The identification with the gross body, when it is dropped, the gross world will not influence us. That practice is called as practicing as the Sthulakasha, Bhutakasha. Then no thoughts will influence our mind. Then we are practicing mind space, Chittakasha. The last space is the Chidakasha, the conscious space. In the conscious space, there is a waker, dreamer, deep sleeper, and samadhistha purusha. 4 of them. Whether the waker comes with the waking world and go Chidakasha, the conscious space, has no problem. Whether the dreamer comes with the dream world and dream experiences and goes, conscious space has no impact. Whether the deep sleeper comes with the world of total absence, yet the conscious space is never absent. And whether the samadhi begins or ends, the conscious space is the same. This journey from the gross space through the mind space to the conscious space is the spiritual practice. And what is this practice? Do not get influence. So gross space practice will be objects or possessions will never be an issue. Mind space practice will be relations will be never an issue. And the Chidakash will be individuality will never be an issue. I am most unfortunate. No, you are not unfortunate. You are supporting the unfortunate, but you are beyond it. See, friends, this is what is to be practiced. Aham akashavat sarvam bahir antargataha achyutaha. We may say the inner space, hall space and outer space, but space has no difference, inner and outer. In and out has come into existence because of the walls. If you pull the walls, is it that the inner space goes outside? No. Even when the walls are there, the space remains undivided. You cannot divide the space. Division in the space is only imagination, not real. See, in this manner, sada sarva samasiddhaha, I am ever the same, without any modification, nissangaha, nirmalaha, achalaha. Nissanga, unattached. Another very important thing, attachment is an illusion. You must have heard, don't be attached, don't be attached. Attachment is an illusion. See? If we were really attached to our gross body, we will never go to sleep. See? But even in the satsang we can go to sleep. Because asangoham, asangoham, asangoham punaha. We are not attached. Attachment is an illusion. If we were attached to the childhood, we would never have left it. It has gone. If we were attached to the youth, no, it has gone. See, friends, sense organs are not attached to any object. Mind is not attached to any sense organ. Consciousness is not attached to anything or being. Remaining unattached is our natural state. Attachment is an illusion. It is not there. See, friends, we only imagine we are attached. We are not. Between the two, when one person dies, the other living one says, "Oh, without him or without her, I cannot live." Oh, so others are happy, those who are listening. Come on, this fellow will also go. But doesn't go. Continues, the wicket doesn't fall. See, this is what Bhagavan Sri Krishna says, Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam braja. Give up everything. Means what? Before you give up everything, find out what is yours. If somebody comes and tells me, Swamiji, I am very angry with you, talak, talak, talak. So what I will say, my dear mother, when did we get married that you give me talak? Oh, marriage is necessary for a divorce? Yes. In the same manner, give up everything. Before giving up everything, find out what is yours. See? Samartha Ramdas Swami writes in his book, Das Bodh, the contractor says, house is mine. The rats in the house say, their house is mine. The neighbors say, house is mine. The children say, the house is mine. And you ask the house, I don't belong to anybody. See, friends, understand this. Nissango nirmalaha achalaha. We are not attached to anything. See? And this can happen only through wisdom. There is no other way. Nitya Shuddha Vimuktaikam Akhandanandam Advayam Satyam Jnanam Anantam Yat Tatparam Brahma Ahameva Tat. So, Nitya Shuddha Vimukta, eternally immaculate, never in any bondage. Akhandanandam, I am the unbroken bliss, non-dual being. This is the description of truth given in the Upanishad, Satyam Jnanam Anantam. Therefore, what we are talking with reference to ourselves is essentially we are talking about the reality. So what we have done, we have analyzed our experiences, and then it is told all the experiences that you have analyzed, this is the description of Brahman in the scriptures. Therefore, what you are talking about with reference to yourself is nothing but you are talking about the reality that you are. See, this is the meaning of Tattvamasi Mahavakya practice in life. In case of the yoga, you do the same asana 20 times. In case of the japa, you take the mala and keep on chanting without understanding or without devotion. One person asked me this question, Swamiji, I have been doing japa for so many years. This is my 24th mala. So you do 24 times? No, not that way. I have been using this mala so much that the beads were worn out and only the thread remained. Like that, 24 malas I have consumed. Not only that, my finger has become short because of worship. And even then, the God is not coming. Is it in exchange offer? See, friends, we have got that funny notion that God will come and go. No. See, the truth can be known only by being. This is the difference between experience and knowledge. It is Atmabodha. It is not Atmajnana. What I am talking to you is Atmajnana. What I am experiencing is Atmabodha. See? And experience cannot be transferred. There are two types of knowledges. One type of knowledge demands a follow-up action. If you do Gayatri Japa for 2400,000 times, standing on one leg in the cold Ganges waters, you will have Brahma Tej. Heard? Yes. But nothing is happening. No, you have to do that. Oh, I have to do that. See? If you run every day 25 miles, you will lose your fat. I have heard, but nothing is happening. You have to run also. Okay. But when I tell you, this is a blue color, does it require any follow-up action? No. So there are two types of knowledges. One type of knowledge demands follow-up action. Other type of knowledge doesn't demand any follow-up action. Tattvamasi, you are divine, enough, stop. See friends, unless you come to this point, we are far away from the truth. So, aham akashava sarvam nitya shuddha vimukta akhandanandamadvayam. Now the teacher says, evam nirantarabhyasta brahmaivasmiti vasana harati avidya vikshepan roga nivarasayanam. Evam, what we have seen so far, nirantara abhyastaha. This we have to practice every moment. Be very attentive. Therefore, every experience of our life is a spiritual examination. Every experience. And what is an examination? You have to be prepared to answer. In the same manner, take any experience of life. Every experience can teach us. And when you start learning from every experience of your life, you are bound to grow wise. See? But instead of learning from our experiences, we react to the experiences. And because of the reaction, instead of growing wise, we grow old. So what are the symptoms of the old person? He has complaints about everything in this world. Because they are not learned. And one of the complaints is, see, these days the youngsters don't respect the elders. Your age has grown up. What is your contribution? It is the poor earth running around the sun and your age is growing. There was one child, I was talking to him, very intelligent child. And he was so much knowing about the planets and everything, that small age. He could tell the various planets, what are the positions around the sun and everything. Very much interested. Small child, 5-6 years. So I asked him, hey, what is your age? You are telling so many things. The earth has gone around the sun for 5 times. He said like this. The mother said, Swami, he always talks nonsense like this. When you ask him what is your age, he is not telling you like that. I don't know what he means by this. I said, Mama, he is telling he is 5 years of age. How come? Earth has gone around the sun 5 times. Means what? 5 years. In the same manner, I am grown up. What is our contribution? What we do to grow up in age? Nothing. And yet we have that arrogance. We are elders. See? In Hindi there is a saying, लंबा हुआ तो क्या हुआ जैसे पेड़ खजूरा, छाया नहीं पक्षन को फल लागे अति दूरा. A palm tree, very tall. So what? There is no shadow under which you can sit. And the fruits are also so distant you can't climb and get it. In the same manner, because we are grown up in age, it is not a qualification. But we get lot only in that. So, evam nirantara abhyastha, take every experience as a spiritual examination. Every experience. Honor, dishonor. Success, failure. Gain, loss. And what should be the reply to all these experiences? The equanimity of the mind must not remain disturbed. That is the examination result. Bhagavan Sri Krishna describes God realization in this term. When he says, Jitatmanaha prashantasya paramatma samahitaha shitoshna sukhadukkeshu tatha manapamanayoho. Shita ushna sukhadukkeshu jitatmanaha. When all the pairs of complementary opposites dash against us, Shita ushna, cold and heat, joy and sorrows, when they come and dash against us, jitatmanaha, the mind remains undisturbed. And mana apamanayoho prashantasya, honor and dishonor doesn't make any difference. So two things. When the world comes to us, it always comes in the form of complementary pair of opposites because the fabric of the world is made up of that time. See, my friends, when I call somebody a tall, a short is already born. When I call somebody beautiful, ugly is already created. When I call somebody rich, a poor is already done. The world is always existing in the complementary opposites. See, once you understand this, then, thode gam hai, thodi khushiyan, ye jeevan hai. Where is the problem? But we want, there should be only happiness. There should be only success. Not possible. Do we complain that there is a day and then the night and a day and the night? No, we adjust. Life is nothing but adjustments. And when this is not understood by the husband and the wife, they fight. So what they should do? When the husband is angry, wife should become cool. When the wife is angry, husband should go for a walk. There will be peace everywhere. Similarly, the second thing is man apaman, respect and disrespect. See? Prashantasya. Because somebody tells us we are great, therefore we are great, then our greatness key is in the pocket of someone else. I don't require anything to be told you are great or you are not great. This principle I learned from one great master who has tremendous impact on my life. Once we went to tell him, Maharaji, we'll come and pick you up to go to that place. You don't come, don't worry, I'll manage. Then he said, by your coming and receiving me, I am not going to become big. And if you don't come and don't receive me, I am not going to become small. I know what I am. See? No protocol. Be yourself. But it becomes such a big issue in life. Therefore here, evam nirantarabhyasta brahmaivasmiti vasana, and then we come to discover that we are that reality which is supporting the waking, dream, deep sleep and samadhi, but neither in the waking, either the waker is born or the dreamer is born, or samadhi, nobody, or in the deep sleep, nobody is sleeping, or samadhi which never begins and which never ends. That eternal presence is our essential nature. Nirantara abhyasta, this we have to practice again and again and again. And practice, I told you million times again, shamelessly I will tell you. Only two things. Do not talk about your past. Before talking, ask a question to yourself, is it necessary to talk? How much we keep on talking. If you work for 8 hours physically, the energy consumption is equal to talking for 1 hour. If you talk for 8 hours, the energy consumption is equal to thinking for 1 hour. See the consumption of energy. And how much we keep on thinking. So, 8 hours of thinking is equal to destruction of energy which can support 100 million lives. Only two things we do. Either we talk about our past to others, or we try to solve the non-existing problem called as the worry. What is worry? There is no problem, but we project. Suppose when I go there, if this happens, I will do. You go there, nothing happens. But your energy is destroyed. See, my friends. So, in this manner, Brahmai Vasmiti Vasana, abide in this infinite self. And the more you are nearer to yourself, you will have a minimum impact from the periphery. You must have seen the giant wheel. Not the giant wheel which is in Singapore. It's a dumb. It goes so slow that you even do not experience the thrill of going around it. In the villages when they have that, manually done, you sit over there, it goes very fast. And when it comes to, shouting, fear, everything. But as you come to the hub, not at the periphery, you have no impact. Exactly. When we are living at the periphery of our personality, periphery is possessions and relations. When you are holding on to that, it will have tremendous impact on you. And when you come back to the center, as in deep sleep, nothing disturbs you. This waking sleep is meditation. Ya nisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagarti sayyami yasyam jagrati bhutani sa nisha pashyato munehe. The awakened one is sleeping to the relativity. And the non-awakened one is lost in the relativity. See, in this manner, Brahmaivasmiti Vasana, this insistence that Aham Brahmasmi, Harati Avidyadi Vikshepan Rogan. Then all the Vikshepa, the disturbances born out of the incomplete knowledge will be removed like the medicine removes the disease. The disease germs are the foreign body. The medicine is also a foreign body. So the germs are removed by another foreign body called as the medicine. After they are destroyed, then that medicine also disappears. It is rejected. Exactly the same way. First, we put efforts. And slowly, we enter effortlessness. Effortlessness of a wise Mahatma is so much equal to the effortlessness of the space which supports all the four elements. What efforts the space has to support the earth, the solid, the waters, the liquid, the fire, the burning, the air, the running. Nothing. Therefore, abidance in the truth is expressed as spontaneity. There is no struggle because there is nobody. Wherever there is somebody, there is a struggle. See, my friends, when this is practiced consciously, then alone the truth is revealed. And after having practiced this while leading through day-to-day life, then what is meditation? When you come and sit on the seat of meditation, what does it mean? Thereafter, meditation means writing your account books. See? So, what do we write in account books? What are the expenses? What is saved? What is received? This is the thing. In the same manner, now vivikta deshe asinaha virago vijitendriyaha. Now sit in a cold, quiet place, withdraw from the whole world without any disturbance around, then bhavayet ekam atmanam. Now enough of sitting in this posture doing pranayam, enough of this. Then bhavayet ekam atmanam. Be attentive. Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi says, prana bandhanat liyate manaha ekachintanat nashametyadaha. By the practice of pranayama, the mind can be quietened for some time till the curfew of pranayama is operating. After the pranayama curfew is lifted, the mind again becomes violent. Therefore, you will see those who are practicing yoga, for them irritation, anger is very common. Because they were suffering. Don't disturb. No. So simply quietening the mind is not the end. Then that relatively quiet mind is now engaged in ekachintanat. Think of the one. Be attentive. There are two types of ones. One type of is the one which can be divided by 2 or multiplied by 2. There is another type of one which can neither be divided by 1 nor multiplied by 2. That one is one without a second, the infinite. See, therefore here, bhavayat ekamatmanam. Now insist. See, bhavana is not thinking. See, be attentive. Bhavana is like a girl does the bhavana, I am very beautiful. She is not thinking I am beautiful. She is doing the bhavana, I am very beautiful. In the same manner, when you are sitting, do this bhavana. And what is this bhavana? What it is like being infinite. The basic difference in bhavana and thinking is, bhavana is a subjective experience, thinking is an objective struggle. Bhagavan Sri Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Nasti buddhihi ayuktasya, nacha yuktasya bhavana, nacha bhavayata shantihi, ashantasya kutasukha. Buddhi ayuktasya nasti. The one who is not well disciplined and controlled, his thinking cannot be correct. He will be perverted thinking, arguments, logic. Similarly, the one who is not well disciplined, he cannot do the bhavana. See, bhavana is subjective. Right now, as you are sitting, do this bhavana. What it is like being space. Here, we are not becoming space, but of being space. See, without any efforts, mind is absolutely undisturbed. This is Atmabodha. Bhavayet ekamatmanam tat tanmaya iva. Tanmaya is being merged in this reality, not remaining separate from it. See, in devotion, initially they tell you meditation. You look at the Vigraha and then close your eyes and then see that God in your heart. Again you see outside, oh, see his eyes, so beautiful. Close your eyes, see inside the heart, oh, the eyes are there. And in this manner, by part, we bring the Bhagavan and assemble inside. It will never succeed. Being is knowing. Knowing is being. Tat tanmaya, ananyati, anya other, ananya not other. In the 9th chapter, Bhagavan says, Ananya Shintayanto Mam Ye Jana Paryupasate Tesham Nitya Bhiyuktanam Yogakshemam Vahamyam. How do we know we are in tune with the divine? Yogakshemam Vahamyam. No worries of getting the things and no worries of protecting the things that we have. Atmaneva drushya pravilapya dhiya sudhi bhavayet ekamatmanam nirmala akashavat sada. In this manner, Sudhi, an intelligent seeker, dhiya by his proper understanding, akhilam drishyam atmani eva pravilapya, dissolve the whole objective world in the subjective being. Be attentive. When we tell experience without experiencer is the truth, means what? The duality of experiencer and experienced is dissolved. That experience where the division between the experiencer and experienced remains, it is at the mental level. But that experience where the duality doesn't hold good is the Atmabodha. In this manner, Bhavayet, again and again, practice this. Nirmalam Akashavat Sada. Immaculate, without any impurity, like the space all the time. Now that doesn't mean you are all the time walking also doing meditation. No. It means you are moving in this world without getting disturbed or disturbing the world. Neither the world is a problem for us, nor we are a problem for the world. And this can happen only if the two things I told you. Before we talk, and don't bring your past in the present, and stop talking to yourself. These two things. Again and again practice. Automatically the mind will dissolve in the consciousness like the ice cube dissolves in the ocean. When the ice cube dissolves in the ocean, it doesn't make any noise, is it not? It doesn't create heat. Like if you mix the acid and the waters, it creates heat. But here it is unlike that. So, Rupa Varnadikam Sarvam Vihaya Paramarthavit Paripurna Chidananda Swarupena Avadishtate. In this manner, this wise person, Paramarthavit, whole world of objective perception is dissolved in the sense organs are dissolved in the mind, and mind is dissolved in the consciousness, and thereafter he lives Paripurna Ananda. Be attentive. Paripurna Chidananda means fulfillment in life. There is nothing to be achieved. There is nothing to be protected. Like when the river goes and meets the ocean, when the Ganges, a feminine word, goes and meets the ocean, Sagar is the masculine word. Ganga Sagar is born. It is neither masculine nor feminine. All the differences dissolve. And in Ganga Sagar, when the river meets the ocean, there is no noise, there is no turmoil. It is all dissolving. And therefore, wise people are always at peace. Peace doesn't mean they are, like dumb. What happened? Kya karu yaar? Since I am realized I am getting bored. No. See? This freedom is discovered. Paripurna Chidananda Sarupena Avatishtate. Continuing this further. Jnatrudnena jneya bhedaha parena atmani vidyate Chidanandaika rupatva dipyate swayameva tata. Before you go to sleep, I will stop here. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.